Big O question, sir. Do you think if 13 did not allow his pride to take control of or fall in line with Jimmy Johnson's plan like Elway did with Mike, we might have gotten closer? Wow, dude. You you have no idea what went on, do you? Like you have wow, man. Let me explain to you what happened there. Okay, first of all, Jimmy Johnson's plan, Jimmy Johnson is Jimmy Johnson was a fucking moron, dude. Are we clear on that? You know, the guy that thought maybe John Dutton or traded for Jake Druckenmiller, or that he thought that he could take away all of the what's it called? Uh the, not the playbook, but what's it called? The audibles from Marino. Take away a guy that can't move. Let's take away his receiving running backs. Let's trade away his number one wide receiver. And then let's try to run the Dallas offense without the Dallas line and without the Dallas running back. J.R. Black, my brother, Papa. You drink too much, bro? You sandwiches short of a picnic or something? He drafted Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, Mike Lynn in the Vikings isn't available to you every year to hand you 4,000 picks for Herschel Walker, which helped him in Dallas. You know, J.K. Black, J.R. Black. Let me explain something to you about the very overrated Jimmy Johnson. He made a great trade and he made the right picks in Dallas and he put together one hell of a team and he won those championships and he did great. At the University of Miami, he underachieved like a mofo. Okay. He should have won more than just one championship. All right. Considering the talent that he put together, he was too stupid to tell Vinny Testaverde not to keep throwing interceptions in the Sugar Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl, where he threw 9 interceptions in the 2 biggest games of his career. Yet his head coach knew he had a yellow belly quarterback and yet still allowed the yellow belly quarterback to keep doing it. Just like he came and destroyed the offense around Marino. Did he bring in Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas and Surtain and Madison? As good as he was on defense, he was that bad on offense. There is a misconception and a myth that many of you have created of Jimmy Johnson that is inaccurate as hell. He is a riverboat gambler that got lucky at the University of Miami because his stupidity didn't stop him from losing the only one he won. And I saw him with a lot of stupid ass moves at the University of Miami. And I saw him with a lot of stupid ass moves with the Dolphins around Dan Marino. Okay. So when it comes to Jimmy Johnson, there's a lot of you like J.R. Black that don't know a fucking thing about what you're talking about with Jimmy Johnson because you don't know. Okay. You don't know. You just follow some myth, some writers that might have blown some smoke up the ass, but nobody really talks about Jimmy Johnson the way you're supposed to talk about it. And he was an embarrassment every time with the Dolphins when he would get to the playoffs because he destroyed his own offense around the quarterback because the first time he got there, he told Wayne Huizenga, I want to trade Marino. And he told him no. And since he told them no, he was vindictive with Marino, like Brian Flores was vindictive with Tua because he didn't want Tua. Like Mike Shanahan didn't want RG3 and he wanted Kirk Cousins because the owner shoved RG3 down his ass. And he didn't want, Mike Shanahan didn't want any part of RG3. Just like Jimmy Johnson's dumbass didn't want Troy Aikman. If it wasn't for I always forget his name, bro. Gil Brandt. If it wasn't for Gil Brandt standing on the table and fighting for Troy Aikman, Jimmy Johnson doesn't take Troy Aikman, and there is maybe no dynasty. You have a good team that wins a lot of games like the Bears did with the Ditka and didn't have an offense to get over the top. You know what Jimmy Johnson did? He then drafted Steve Walsh in the compensatory draft in spite of drafting Troy Aikman because he thought that he could win with Steve Walsh. And then when Troy Aikman convinced him he was the guy, he traded Steve Walsh away to the Bears. Bro, the most overrated and most talked about coach is Jimmy Johnson. You people have this image and you don't have all the information and you don't know everything that's gone on and you don't put together all the stupid ass things that he did throughout his career that could have made him truly legendary. If he just hands it off to Highsmith, he's even truly legendary because he has another championship. If he actually dresses up the Dolphin offense since he found the defense, maybe we're legendary and we get a championship. Bro, J.R. Black, my brother, you don't have an education on this and you've just been taken to college and I just handed you a diploma. And I hope you took notes and I hope you learned your lesson because the most overrated person that people talk about in this town is Jimmy Johnson. De carajo. Oh, and he left us Dave Wanstead. And he left us Dave Wanstead. Let me say that again. He left us Dave Wanstead, who then destroyed the defense. That the only thing that Jimmy built, he destroyed the defense by not being able to fix the offense. Thanks, Jimmy.